Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. So we're back for another educational video. This one's actually going to be about something that we already talked about, which was the proper removal of soak-off gel from natural nails. So in the video, it was really simple. You buff, you soak in acetone, and you gently scrape off the natural nail. But sometimes you can encounter some issues, and I've actually had a few people reach out to me regarding some of the issues that they were having, and pretty much the common issue was where the nail is folding or curving or getting really wobbly after being soaked in the acetone. This is definitely something that I can imagine happens to a lot of people, and it's really important to talk about because if we're not properly removing the gel when this happens, then we could further damage the nail. So a couple things that we're going to go over is why it happens, whether or not it's anything we need to be concerned with as far as like the nail health, and how we can work with it essentially, because our goal is to ensure the health and strength of your natural nail. So we don't want to do anything that's going to work against that. So let's get to it. I'm going to actually scoot over a little bit. My sister's going to be putting up a couple of pictures here for a little visual stimulation as I blab on regarding the subject. As you can see in the photo, the nail is completely bent over from the tip, and on the other photo, it's curled in like a little taco, and this happens because it's been saturated in acetone for 15 minutes or more. So when that happens, it absorbs the water and it starts kind of shrinking in on itself. This really only happens because the nail plate is thin. It can also happen for those who have very long nails. Once your nails start reaching a certain length, sometimes just the way that they grow already starts curving in. But it is common that with very long nails, when you soak them, especially if they're more square or oval shaping, you'll get those corners kind of curled in on themselves. How do we work with a situation like this? The most important thing is to realize that the only reason that's happening is because the nail is soft. So we need to make sure that we're providing a little bit of support on that soft nail in order for us to be able to gently remove the gel, because even if the gel is super soaked and saturated, every time you put the scraper down on the nail, it's going to be soft and flexible, and you're not really going to have that resistance to scrape it off. What I do is just put my nail under the client's nail and I give it that support, and I gently scrape off from the tip to the back. If it's still a little too stuck on there, then the nail is really soft. We don't want to scrape harder than we need to. We'll just soak again for another couple of minutes until we're able to safely remove it. And keep in mind a couple tips that we talked about in the original soak off video when it comes to using your cuticle pusher, the flat edge side, changing the angles at which you're scraping, and sometimes that definitely makes a big difference on how easy you're able to get the gel off once it's already soaked. Now, if you're being really careful and as you're removing the gel from the nail, you're gonna see that the nail is going to dry out and it's gonna harden again. And as you can see in this picture, it doesn't even look like anything was wrong with the nail. It doesn't look like it was wobbly or bent or misshapen. It just, got a little bit saturated, and sometimes the nails curl. Now, this client of mine actually struggled with thin nail beds for a long time, and she would have her nails always splitting down the middle, amongst a lot of other issues. But over time with me, she's already been with me since I started pretty much, so about 4 years. Her nails have definitely gotten much stronger. She can actually get length on her nails. But every once in a while we deal with her nails being a little bit soft and curling in. It doesn't happen that much anymore, but we usually tend to notice it that during high stress and not taking her vitamins is when those nails get a little bit soft. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I want to talk about why it happens and what we can do to minimize or prevent it from happening. And at the end of the day, some people are just born with thin nail beds. Although getting a great manicure and being proper and healthy is going to strengthen, sometimes they're just always going to be a little bit on the thinner side. So when they do soak and saturate their nails, the curling is not really something that they can avoid fully. Other people, it really just depends on the care of their nail, making sure that they're doing things right so that they're promoting the health and strength of their natural nail. Sometimes lacking vitamins is something that could affect and weaken the nail too, especially if you're having the issue and you never had it before. I would definitely take a look at just your dieting, your eating, your sleeping, even stress. It's pretty incredible how our nails really give us some kind of clue as to something going on. Especially when we're getting issues that we never really had before. So no, it's nothing horrible that you have to keep an eye on. It's not that the acetone is ruining your nail, and it's not that the gel is doing that to your nail. It's just the nail being saturated. Anyone that is having the issue, Just work with it. When it does happen, be patient and be careful because we don't want to cause any damage onto the nail plate. Now, after the 4.5 years that I've been doing this, most of my clients no longer struggle with any issues when it comes to saturating their nails in acetone. A lot of them never really had an issue, but those that did, it's something that is not happening again or happening very, very minimal. And at the end of the day, taking care of your nails and following the proper steps, which I've mentioned in the videos before, it's definitely going to give you the best opportunity to strengthen your nails so that you minimize little things like this. If you have any questions regarding any other issues with the soak-off process, or maybe you have further questions regarding the issues that we discussed today, make sure that you comment below. If you follow me on Instagram, please feel free to send me a DM. I try to be really on top of responding to them. But please, any other issues that you're having, I'd love to see if I can help you out with that. And of course, on that note, if you haven't already liked and followed and subscribed, make sure that you guys are and sharing it. I'd really appreciate it. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. It was a pleasure to help you out with this issue a little bit more, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.